What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Oppo Find X6 Pro and Huawei P60 Pro. Not only these two smartphones, I have also added a third smartphone, Xiaomi 13 Pro. Yeah, I have already done some camera comparison videos of this Xiaomi 13 Pro, but recently Xiaomi has pushed an update and camera performance of Xiaomi 13 Pro has significantly improved. So I have decided to compare Xiaomi 13 Pro side by side with this Huawei P60 Pro and Oppo Find X6 Pro. A lot of people have requested for this video for a long time now. I actually took a bit of a time because there were some updates on all of these three smartphones. It's like last week I have almost finished the camera comparison video, then Huawei P60 Pro got a new update and I've noticed that after the update camera performance of Huawei P60 Pro is a bit different than before, so I've decided to do the camera comparison video one more time, and yeah, that's why it took a long time. Well, before we start this camera comparison video, one request. If you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please share this video with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please support honest content. Let's start our camera comparison between Oppo Find X6 Pro, Huawei P60 Pro and Xiaomi 13 Pro. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Huawei P60 Pro, Xiaomi 13 Pro and Oppo Find X6 Pro. Well, you check carefully which smartphone has rendered our skin tone correctly. Check this, check here. Which smartphone has wider dynamic range, better color grading? Check the umbrella. And which smartphone has better stability? I'm gonna shake the smartphones a bit. Check stability, because Thea cannot run. Well, also don't forget to listen carefully which smartphone microphone has performed better, because all of these three smartphones comes with a secondary noise cancellation microphone, so the sound should be better than any other mid-range or flagship smartphones. Check carefully which smartphone has performed better and make a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Well, what do you think? I think I look better than Thea, right? Well, Thea doesn't have this type of fair complexion. It's much better on Huawei P60 Pro. And yeah, I think, one more time, my skin tone is correct on Huawei P60 Pro. Colors are actually better now, better on Oppo Find X6 Pro, because I feel Huawei P60 Pro is a bit saturated. Okay, it's time to flip to the rear cameras. Let's start our camera comparison between Huawei P60 Pro, Xiaomi 13 Pro and Oppo Find X6 Pro. Let us start with human subject photos, because I have noticed that most of the newly released smartphones can take great daytime photos but fails to reproduce good quality human photos. Oppo Find X6 Pro comes with its own NPU Mari Silicon X and Hasselblad collaboration. Yeah, together these two gives it a very good boost. Xiaomi 13 Pro comes with Leica optimization, while Huawei depends on its in-house own stock camera algorithm. Huawei P60 Pro comes with an unknown 48 megapixel main sensor, while both Oppo Find X6 Pro and Xiaomi 13 Pro comes with the same Sony IMX989 50 megapixel 1-inch sensor. Definitely Oppo Find X6 Pro has performed better than the other two. It has natural skin tone, more details on the subject, better color grading, faster focus metering. In some photos, Huawei P60 Pro has shot well, but it has a bit too heavy beauty effect. Sometimes highlights are also a bit too high. Oppo with Hasselblad partnership is actually doing better, and I'm truly surprised by the performance of Xiaomi 13 Pro. It has shocked me with artificial skin tone, heavy beauty effect and soft textures. In terms of overall color grading, both the Oppo and Xiaomi have kept things close to natural, while Huawei has gone for a stylistic and artificial rendition of colors. None of these smartphones comes with a dedicated lens for portrait photography. We can use the periscope zoom lens of Oppo Find X6 Pro to take portrait photos, but Huawei and Xiaomi depend on their main sensor for portrait photography. After a set of shocking human subject photos, Xiaomi 13 Pro has bounced back and almost beaten the other two smartphones in portrait photos. It really came to me as a surprise. I have taken the portraits using Oppo's 3x zoom lens, which is tagged to a Sony IMX890 50 megapixel sensor. On the other hand, Xiaomi has used its main sensor, the Sony IMX989 50 megapixel sensor. It really has done well. Xiaomi has actually improvised the portrait performance of Xiaomi 13 Pro through a few new updates. Both the Oppo and Xiaomi have grabbed a lot of details, but sometimes Oppo has over-sharpened the subject and sometimes it's just too soft. Xiaomi also hasn't performed consistently, but it has a good blend of contrast, shadows and sharpness. Considering subject detection, edge cutouts, depth effect and detail level, I would certainly go with Oppo Find X6 Pro for portrait photos among these three. Cause Huawei with poor exposure, contrast and low detail level is just out of my consideration. I wish Xiaomi will fix saturation, edge detection and bokeh effect through future updates. This is the segment where I really don't wanna say a word. It's like waste of time because almost all the Chinese brands, they only care about beautification rather than detail level and true-to-life color rendition. Both the Oppo and Xiaomi got a 32 megapixel selfie sensor, while Huawei comes with a 13 megapixel sensor for selfie photos. After checking a lot of selfie photos, it's clear that both the Oppo and Xiaomi have done better than Huawei. I don't know why P60 Pro has such a crazy overprocessing, which actually turned the model into a ghost. Oppo is truly better than the other two with its sharper textures and a bit more details on the subject. It also has better skin tone and almost natural colors. But Xiaomi 13 Pro is not far behind. It has also done very well. Yeah, Xiaomi 13 Pro has really improved a lot through the updates. I think all of these smartphones have reproduced nice and vibrant video clips. All have delivered nice and crisp 4K clips, but there are some differences. Surprisingly, Huawei has more details, Oppo has better stabilization. In terms of exposure and dynamic range, wow! Time to get surprised again. Xiaomi has done better with wider dynamic range, but Huawei has managed to have better exposure. Some of the differences are actually personal preferences and some creates definite imbalance in quality. But one thing must be mentioned. In general, I think color rendition of Oppo Find X6 Pro is almost true to life, but the overall video quality is better on Huawei P60 Pro. Well, it's time for indoor photos. Most of the reviewers don't give enough attention to this segment, but this is a segment where many flagships wobble. Among all these three, Oppo has better exposure management, Xiaomi comes close but has failed in some demanding situations. Color rendition is also better in Oppo Find X6 Pro photos, but it's not that consistent. Huawei and Xiaomi both have delivered some nice photos with correct colors. But as Xiaomi tries to saturate and Huawei tries to give the photos eye-pleasing and vibrant look, Oppo remains to be the most natural. White balance jumps back and forth between these smartphones. There is no rule of thumb why and when one of these phones will go for cold or warm tone. In general, Huawei goes for a colder tone and Xiaomi goes for a warmer tone. This makes Oppo more accurate among these three. But I can say without any hesitation, Oppo's color temperature isn't as good as Vivo X90 Pro Plus. All of these have grabbed a lot of details, but depending on different type of processing, sharpness and shadows varies in different scenarios. I would say based on your choice, you can select either Xiaomi or Oppo, but Huawei falls behind. I know, most of you would like to watch this ahead of anything else, night mode comparison of the flagship monsters. Different people have different ideas about night mode photos. I have my own way to check night mode photos. If you are subscribed to this channel, then you may know about DENS. The photos you are watching in this comparison are the hand-picked ones out of the 50 photos that I have taken. In most of the photos, all three have managed to grab enough details. Exposure is slightly better in Oppo Find X6 Pro, but there are times when Xiaomi has managed to maintain exposure better than the other two. Noise removing algorithm of OnePlus used to be the best, and now I believe Oppo has used that algorithm. Silicon X NPU and Hasselblad collaboration. Altogether, I think these have helped Oppo Find X6 Pro to process textures with sharpness without increasing noise level. Shadows are mostly similar, but sometimes Oppo has higher shadow details. Oppo is the winner of this segment, but Xiaomi isn't far behind. I am disappointed with the performance of Huawei P60 Pro. I really have expected better from this P60 Pro. Alright, now let's check some night video clips. 4K 30 frames per second low light video clips. Huawei here has better exposure and natural color rendition, however the stabilization is a bit poor. I don't know what happened to its OIS. Oppo has grabbed slight more details, but it has failed to manage the balance between brightness and contrast. On the other hand, exposure and contrast ratio of Xiaomi has made me surprised. It also has less noise and grains than the other two. Well, color rendition of Oppo belongs to another league. It's far better than Huawei and Xiaomi. I will let you enjoy these video clips. You decide which one is better. But I need to mention, Xiaomi has definitely saturated the colors a bit with warmer tone. She's an itty bitty spider with an itty bitty lighter that she might just come for you. She's a snake crawling, creeping on the floor. If you give her time of day, baby, that's your first mistake. It's almost the same story as those photos taken with the main sensor. Oppo Find X6 Pro comes with a better sensor and much more optimized stock camera algorithm. This one performs way better than Huawei and Xiaomi. I'm not sure whether you are surprised or not. Huawei P60 Pro has not only failed to get enough details but has also failed to render colors with accuracy. As P60 Pro comes with a 13 megapixel sensor for ultrawide photos, I think even the engineers of Huawei didn't actually try to get a flagship class ultrawide performance. Xiaomi ultrawide photos are not that great. Samsung JN 150 megapixel is a mediocre sensor, but I'm more disappointed to see that none of these smartphones have performed with consistency. Yeah, through this video, I have noticed consistency is an issue. Especially under harsh lighting condition, all of these three failed in different occasions. I hope Oppo will take their time and push an update to fix these issues in their future updates. Better sensor, custom NPU, Silicon X, and Hasselblad collaboration. Oppo has managed to squeeze the best out of its hardware with an optimized software. It doesn't matter whether I have tried to grab a 3x zoom photo or a 15x zoom photo, Oppo has always delivered the best among these three flagships. Higher detail level, sharper textures, better color grading, natural white balance, nice balance between contrast and brightness. It's just too good to describe. One more time, the issue is consistency. In some occasions, Oppo has failed without any reason. Other than that one or two hiccups among 50 photos, it's all Oppo. Xiaomi and Huawei both are far behind than this Oppo Find X6 Pro when it comes to low light zoom photos. If Oppo can fine-tune this performance a bit more, then it will really be a tough task for any other smartphone to fight with Oppo Find X6 Pro in this segment. It's nothing surprising that Oppo Find X6 Pro has also continued to perform like a beast even in the daytime. But the difference between the photos has narrowed a bit. It's not as drastic as low-light zoom photos. What has surprised me is the performance of Huawei P60 Pro. Why does this phone exist? last generation SoC and ISP, unknown sensor under the lens, poorly optimized algorithm, I don't find a segment where Huawei has performed like a real beast. I doubt. If we do a side-by-side comparison, then even Huawei P50 Pro will be able to beat this Huawei P60 Pro. Xiaomi gets the second spot considering that it has managed to get more details and sharper textures than Huawei P60 Pro. But Oppo Find X6 Pro, yeah, that one is far ahead than the other two with way more details and better texture processing. These days, even a mid-range smartphone can take good daytime photos. But is that really a true statement? Most of the phones from different brands have their own issues. Some phones struggles to have perfect exposure. Some of the other smartphones fail to offer natural color rendition. Most importantly, most of the phones fail to render natural and accurate sky color tone. In certain scenarios, Huawei likes to represent a more stylistic look with punchy and saturated colors. In some scenarios, Xiaomi comes out with the brightest overall scene, while in some other scenarios, Oppo does have the best representation out of the three. And if you check carefully, you will notice that all these brands have their own unique way to render the sky color. Every single photo is different. Oppo Find X6 Pro looks to have more accurate color rendition, while Xiaomi keeps things in between reality and artificial. When it comes to dynamic range, in some photos, I was surprised to see Xiaomi has failed to kick in Auto HDR. In some other photos, Oppo has managed to have better dynamic range. But I'm a bit disappointed to see that Huawei still has a bit of a highlight clipping here and there. Overall, considering the number of details and shadows, I think it's a tough task to judge a clear winner. Based on personal preferences, you can select any of these three. But both the Xiaomi 13 Pro and Oppo Find X6 Pro have done better than Huawei in most of the scenarios.
She's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter and a strange jacket round her waist. When she gets to bite you.
I will leave daytime ultrawide photos to you. I will let you check the photos and decide which one is better. There is an international smartphone giveaway going on for the subscribers of this channel. If you are subscribed to this channel, then what you have to do to join the giveaway is to make a comment and let us know which smartphone has grabbed the best daytime ultrawide photos in this camera comparison video.
Come for you should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder. Cause when you think you're safe, just stay awake. She's moving closer. Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty lighter and she might just come for.
Well, it's time for verdict. What do you think? Which one has won this battle? I think I will go with this Oppo Find X6 Pro. Not only me, my girlfriend also uses a Oppo Find X6 Pro because we have both found that not only the camera performance but also the overall performance of Oppo Find X6 Pro is better than the other flagships available on the market. But yeah, we also have two other unreleased flagships in this studio, and you know what? One of those two smartphones actually is a very good competitor of this Oppo Find X6 Pro. So if you're interested to know more about those smartphones, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button. Yeah, go ahead, click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Support honest content.
With a itty bitty lighter and she might just come for.